It was a sunny Tuesday morning at Oakwood Elementary, but inside the classroom, things were looking dim. Heads were resting on desks, and yawns were spreading like wildfire. Teacher Anita frowned as she watched Ravi rub his heavy eyes. "Is everyone okay today? You all look like you've been hibernating," she said, her voice full of concern. "Teacher Anita, why is everyone so tired?" Mina asked between her own yawns. Anita's eyes suddenly sparkled with an idea. "That, Mina, is a research problem. A research problem is a specific question we want to answer using facts instead of just guessing. To find the answer, we have to become research detectives." Ravi and Aman huddled together at the back of the room. "Research sounds serious," Aman whispered. Ravi nodded. "Anita says it's how we find the truth. First, we need a hypothesis. That's an educated guess. I bet the classroom is just too warm and it's making us sleepy." Aman scratched his head. "I think kids are staying up way too late playing games." Teacher Anita called Ravi to the board. "To test your guesses, we need to understand variables. Variables are things that can change and affect our results. In our study, one variable is the amount of sleep you get, and another variable is the time you spend on your phones before bed." "Should we ask the whole school?" Mina asked. Anita shook her head. "That would take too much time, Mina. Instead, we pick a sample. A sample is a smaller group of people who represent the whole group. If we study 10 of our classmates carefully, their answers will help us understand everyone else." Now for the fun part, data collection. Ravi and Aman were ready. Data is the information we gather to test our hypothesis. They grabbed their clipboards and prepared to ask their chosen sample of students some very important questions. "We need to be very careful to record exactly what they say," Ravi noted. To collect their data, the team needed tools. Teacher Anita helped Mina design a questionnaire, a list of written questions for the students to answer. "Do you use a phone after 9 p.m.? Mina wrote down. "And how many times did you yawn today?" This was much more accurate than just guessing. After a day of asking questions, Ravi and Aman sat down with a mountain of notes. "It's time for analysis," Ravi said. Analysis means looking at all the data to find patterns. Aman started drawing a chart. "Look at this." Every student who stayed up late on their phone also reported feeling the sleepiest this morning. Ravi showed the results to Teacher Anita. "We found a pattern," he exclaimed. The data showed a clear link between late-night phone use and morning tiredness. Their research was working. "The variable of phone time is definitely affecting the sleepiness variable," Anita confirmed with a proud smile. "We have reached our conclusion." Mina cheered as she shared the news with Aman. A conclusion is the final answer to the research problem based on the evidence. Our data proves that late-night phone use makes students sleepy during class. Our hypothesis was correct. Aman gave a celebratory jump. Finally, Teacher Anita helped Mina write the research report. It was a document that recorded the problem, the hypothesis, the data they collected, and the final conclusion. "Now other people can read our work and learn from it," Anita explained. Sharing your findings is one of the most important parts of being a researcher. Ravi and Aman looked around the room. They felt like real mystery solvers. "Research isn't just for scientists in labs," Ravi said. Aman nodded. "It's for anyone who wants to understand the world." They realized that by asking questions and following the steps, they could solve almost any puzzle.